What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. This is part 2 of our 30 high protein snacks for weight loss review. If you'll remember from last week, we went over numbers 1 through 15. So today we are going over 16 through 30. These are my thoughts as a nutrition coach on whether or not these are ideal high protein snacks in general, or on, like, in addition to that, are they great protein snacks for weight loss specifically? We're not going to waste any time here. We're going to dive right in and give you part 2 of this 2-part series on Pinterest reviews. Are these high protein snacks for weight loss? Number 16. Chipotle lime edamame. I'm a huge fan of edamame. I think they're a great source of protein. That being said, you're still going to get more carbs than you are protein in terms of grams. So if you are a vegan or vegetarian, or you're looking for plant-based protein options, or if you're ordering this as an appetizer when you're out to eat at an Asian restaurant, then I'm all about it. Go for the edamame. I think it's a really great option. They will keep you full. So in terms of weight loss, absolutely for it. They are high fiber. So as long as you're open to having edamame, which is soybean, then it's a great snack. You can have these cooked in or out of the pod, or even dried, and I think they're awesome. It's hard to eat a lot of these, so it will keep you full or get you to a place of feeling fulfilled and satisfied faster than other carb and protein sources. For sure. All about it. Next, 17. Almond butter. I think I mentioned this in the part 1. Any kind of nut butter or nuts are going to be high in fat. So even though it's a great source of protein that comes within them, you're going to get about 4 times as many calories coming from fats as you are protein in any kind of nut or nut butter. So that's no different for almond butter. If you spread that on toast, like multigrain crackers or apples or pears or bananas, you're getting carbs, and you're getting fats and carbs and some proteins, but you're getting more fats and more carbs than you will be protein if you're looking at pairing a fruit or a cracker with the nut butter. Number 18, tuna and white bean salad. So yes, tuna can be very high protein, and beans in general are going to be high carb. They're going to have a great source of fiber within those total carbs, and then there'll be a fair amount of protein that comes with it too, but it's going to be way more carbs than it is protein. This is going to be super filling, so you're going to get excuse me, most of your protein from the tuna. Talking myself into a cough. A little bit of the protein from the beans. I would definitely go for this. It'll keep you full, it'll give you some fiber, give you a good amount of protein. I'm all about it. 19, zucchini bread protein muffins from Amy's Healthy Baking. Without seeing the recipe, and I'm not going to click over to it, it's hard to say. I don't know what they're using. Okay, it looks like they're using a vanilla protein powder to add into the muffins. My guess here, they're using coconut flour. You're probably going to have more carbs than you are protein. When you typically add protein powder to a baked good, it's a great addition to it. But if you're adding 1 scoop of protein powder to an entire recipe that makes, maybe like 8 to 12 servings, you're probably only adding a couple grams of protein into each serving, which is great. I'm not telling you it's not great. It's a great addition, but it's not going to be such an incredible addition that it changes the amount of protein to be higher than the carbs per serving. But without seeing the full recipe, hard to tell. Number 20, blueberry yogurt protein bites. If this is just blueberries and yogurt, it says 4 simple ingredients. And again, I'm not clicking on the link to see all the details here. If we're just talking about like blueberry and yogurt, then that's a great little, if you're using like a high protein Greek yogurt and then carbs from your blueberries, then that's a really great snack, and it will keep you full. I think the big ticket here is these are all whole foods. They're going to keep you full. They're going to bring on that satiety hormone faster. So you're going to get full faster than you would if you were eating something that is very like sugar-based or simple sugars. Rather, it's easier to eat more of those at a faster pace, and then your hormones, your satiety hormones don't kick on the way that they should. So all of these so far, I would say, are very whole food focused, which I think is wonderful. You actually have to chew through it digest it. Like, your body has to do the work here. So that's an important piece for sure. Number 21, cottage cheese with honey and berries. Cottage cheese is going to be a great source of protein. You can get low fat or fat free or full fat cottage cheese. So it just depends on what you want to do there. I would go for a cottage cheese that has the least amount of ingredients in it and is minimally processed as possible. And then your honey is going to be straight sugar. So a natural source of sugar for sure, but still straight sugar. And then berries is also a high fiber carbohydrate source. So you're going to get your protein from the cottage cheese and then fiber and really great nutrients, vitamins, and minerals from your honey and berries. All right. 22, guacamole deviled eggs. So again, I'm not looking at the full recipe here, but guacamole is high in fat. That's all there is to it. Delicious. The carbs that are in avocados are high fiber carbs, but it's going to be high in fat. If the yolk is staying in these eggs, then that yolk is heavy on the fat side. And then the egg whites are going to be a great protein source. So a great snack. My guess here, though, is it's still probably going to be higher in fat than it is in protein. You're going to get about 4 to 5 grams of protein from every hard-boiled egg white. So just keep that in mind. It's probably easy to overdo it on the filling, whether it's guacamole or your egg yolk mixed with some kind of mayonnaise base or hummus, something like that. So just keep that in mind. 23, gluten-free black bean brownies. So unless there's a bunch of protein powder being added into these brownies, yes, adding black beans in will give you a higher protein amount than brownies without black beans, 100%. I still don't think that's going to make this a high protein brownie. I think it's just going to make this a brownie that has more protein in it than a normal brownie and more fiber for sure. So I would definitely experiment with that. It's going to be a more nutrient dense option than a regular brownie, but I don't know that that's going to take away the sugar that is in your brownie. It might take away a little bit just depending on the recipe compared to what you usually do. So definitely take a peek at something like that and try it out. Number 24, trail mix. Of course, this is going to depend on what you put in your trail mix, so it totally depends. But remember, nuts are a high source of fat compared to protein. Just keep that in mind. I don't care what kind of nut you get. It is going to be about 4 times as many fat calories as it is protein calories. And if you're mixing with the nuts, dried cranberries or chocolate or M&Ms or trail mix is awesome. I will eat way too much of it. But is it going to be a high protein snack, or is it going to be a good source of protein with a lot more sugar and high carb and high fat than you were anticipating? Anything that says high protein, just keep in mind that sometimes when you boost up your protein, that's automatically going to boost up your carbs and your fats as well. 25, a kale, berry, and acai power smoothie. I think this will just depend on what goes in your smoothie. Kale is a fibrous carbohydrate. It's a vegetable. Berries are going to be high fiber fruits. And then acai is also going to be, kind of one of those, what do you call them? I mean, it's a berry. It's an acai berry, but a superfood. So lots of really great vitamins and minerals here. Unless there's some sort of protein powder added to this smoothie, it kind of sounds like it could be very high in carbs. So it just depends. Make sure that you're adding a protein source in there. Number 26, lentils. Love lentils. I love lentil pasta. Love all kinds of stuff that you can do with lentils. There's going to just naturally, they're going to be higher in carbs than they are in protein. Doesn't mean you shouldn't eat them. I think that they are a wonderful source of protein and they give you a lot of great variety. And it's going to keep you full for a very long period of time. All about it. Definitely experiment with some lentils. 27, a veggie quinoa chickpea salad. Right off the bat, reading these things, I'm hearing carbs, carbs, carbs. So even though the amount of protein, the protein that comes in quinoa is a complete protein, and the protein in chickpeas is wonderful, but you're still going to get way more carbs than you are protein. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be a super high volume salad because eating quinoa and chickpeas, you're going to have a hard time finishing all of that volume of carbohydrates. I'm all about it. I think that would probably be awesome. 28. No, I clicked on something. Go back. Okay, 28. Lettuce wraps with chicken and avocado. Obviously, your lettuce wraps compared to another type of wrap or tortilla or carb source is going to keep your carbs down. Chicken obviously is going to be mostly protein. Avocado is going to be mostly fat. So this would be a probably moderate fat, moderate protein, or a balanced mix of protein and fat, depending on what your ratio of chicken to avocado is. And then really minimal carbs if you're using a lettuce wrap, almost negligible carbs. So that will keep you full. I wouldn't probably use that as that was some great grammar. Wouldn't probably use that. Oh, Danny. It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't use this as a pre-workout, but a post-workout snack, I think I would definitely do. 29, apple chai energy bites. That sounds delicious. Apple, that is obviously a carbohydrate. It looks like they have rolled oats, carbohydrate, almond butter, high fat, moderate protein, cinnamon, delicious, use it always, and then honey is high sugar. So for me, I wouldn't consider this high protein at all. Maybe if you added a collagen peptide powder to it or some whey protein to it, you can boost that protein content, but this is going to be a high energy snack. I wouldn't put this in the high protein category. Last but not least, we have a peanut butter oatmeal smoothie. And it doesn't give all the details here, but if our main ingredients here are peanut butter and oatmeal, again, this is the thing we keep coming back to, right? That peanut butter is going to be high in fat, moderate in protein. Oatmeal is going to be high in carbs. It's going to have a few grams of fiber in it, and the carbs that are in the peanut butter are going to be higher fiber carbs. So unless you're adding some sort of whey protein powder, or even a casein protein powder, or some collagen peptides, this appears to be high carb, high fat smoothie. So just be cautious when you guys see these snacks that are labeled as high protein snacks for weight loss. I think that I can definitely get on board with most of these being appropriate to intake on a weight loss journey. That being said, if a lot of these are higher on the fat end when they're marketed as a high protein snack, it is easy to overdo it on these high fat items. It just is. A scoop of peanut butter becomes 2 very easily. A handful of trail mix becomes 2 very easily. So just keep those in mind as you are, I guess, scouring Pinterest for different recipes that are going to aid you along your journey. I would probably try about 25 or 26 of these 30 options that we've gone through the last 2 weeks. I would absolutely encourage you guys to take a peek and see which ones would best work for what you think you would like and what is important to you along your journey. So I hope this helps. And if you enjoy it, if you want to listen to more Pinterest reviews of things like this, let us know. Send us a DM on Instagram. We're at TTG Sports Performance. I'm at Danny Phillips. And what else? Oh, I want you guys to join our newsletter. We are sending out a recipe every week, typically on Fridays. And we're sharing that information as a little teaser on social every week too. So go check us out on Instagram and join our email list. You can go to ttgnwla.com and sign up for our weekly newsletter there. We give a little behind the scenes what's going on at the gym on Tuesdays and then the recipe on a Friday. So I hope you join the email list and we will talk to you in the next episode. Bye for now.